Start.
We have Start. Opposite class. We have morning class. We start it. So we have at 8:30. 8:30 to 8:45. It's okay. We can open it now. Okay.
Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari. Prabhupada ki, Shri Radha Madhava ki, Shri Gaur Nitai Bhagwan ki, Gauratra Śrimad Bhagāvatam ki, Nitai Gaur Premanandi. Thank you, Prabhu. Thank you. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya.
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 Om Ajnanatimirandhasya Jnananjana Shalakaya Chakshur Unmilitam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. Shri Chaitanya Manobhishtam Sthapitam Yena Bhutale Swayam Rupa Kadamaiham Dadati Svapadantikam. He Krishna Karuna Sindhu Dina Bandhu Jagatpate Gopesha Gopika Kanta Radha Kanta Namostute Tapta Kanchana Gaurangi Radhe Vrindavaneshwari Vrishabhanu Shute Devi Pranamami Hari Priya Vanchakalpatarubhayascha Kripa Sindhu Bhayevacha Patitanam Pavanebhyo Vaishnavebhyo Namo Namaha. Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Shri Vasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda. Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare. Mukam karoti vachalam pangum lam gayate girim yat kripatumaham bande Shri Guru Dinatarinam Paramahantamam Shri Chaitanamishwaram. Hare Krishna. Thank you everyone for coming today morning.
多謝各位今日嚟參加今天嘅早課。
Thank you to Jai Shri Mataji for arranging Seva for me.
Thank you, Chandra prabhu, to come to give the class.
You're translating opposite. You have to tell thank you to yourself. And here we are sitting under the shelter of Shri Gaur Nitai, the most merciful lords.
咁我今日咧就坐喺呢一個舒舒居太係最仁慈嘅主
By the
嘅
mercy of Srila Prabhupada,
嘅跟前啦，就係因為得到咧聖帕帕嘅仁慈，
trying to drink some drops of nectar of Śrimad Bhagāvatam.
咁我哋咧嘗試咧去咧係能夠得到咧係一點點嘅呢個聖典寶加談嘅甘露。
And discuss in the association of the devotees,
咁同埋咧就喺奉獻者嘅聯誼當中咧係去討論，
so that we can take with us today some wonderful instructions and messages.
咁我希望咧就從中可以得到一啲好美妙嘅一啲嘅教導。
We need a daily dose.
我哋咧需要每一日咧都要食一定嘅份量嘅一啲藥。
We all need it.
我哋咧每一個人都需要，
It's difficult. Life is difficult.
因為咧人生咧係好艱難嘅。
But this helps
但係呢個咧係會一定會幫到我哋，
a lot.
幫到我哋好多。
It goes a long way.
咁亦都係一個好漫長嘅旅程。
So we are reading today Śrimad Bhagāvatam, Text 36 you said, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
So that will be Canto 1, Chapter 15, text number 36.
咁我哋今日繼續閱讀聖典博加談第一篇第15章嘅第36節。
So the Sanskrit, everybody will repeat or only me? How it is?
You decide.
Whatever is the custom.
Usually we'll repeat after you.
Okay, so
Yeah.
let's try.
Yeah.
Yada mukundo bhagavani mamahim
Yada mukundo bhagavani mamahim
jahau swatanva shravaniya satkatha
Jaho swatanva stravaniya satkata
tadahareva pratibuddha cetasham
Tadaha eva pratibuddha cetasa
abhadra hetu kalir anabhav artata
Abhadra hetu kali ambhavatata
yada mukundo bhagavani mamahim
Yada mukundo bhagavani mamahim
jahau swatanva shravaniya satkatha
Jaho swatanva stravaniya satkata
tadahar eva pratibuddha cetasham
Tadaha eva pratibuddha cetasam
abhadra hetu kalir anavartata
Abhadra hetu kali avavatata
yada mukundo bhagavani mamahim
Yada mukundo bhagavani mamahim
jahau swatanva shravaniya satkatah
Jaho swatanva stravaniya satkata
tadahar eva pratibuddha cetasham
Tadaha eva pratibuddha cetasam
abhadra hetu kalir anvavartata
Abhadra hetu kali annavatata
Can repeat?
Yada mukundo bhagavan imam mahim
Yada mukundo bhagavani mamahim
Jaho swatanva stravaniya satkata Tadaha eva pratibuddha cetasam
tadahar eva pratibuddha cetasham
Abhadra hetu kali anvavatata
abhadra hetu kali anvavartata.
Word to word, okay, please.
Okay.
Yeah.
Word to word?
Yes.
Okay. Yada,
Yada
when.
when 當
Mukundaha,
Mukundaha
Lord Krishna.
主 Krishna
Bhagavan,
Bhagavan
the personality of Godhead.
人格守神
Imam,
Imam
this.
者
Mahim,
Mahim
earth.
地球
Jahau,
Jahau
left.
離開
Swatanva,
Swatanva
with his self-same body.
with his self-same body 以他原本嘅身體
Shravaniya Satkartaha,
Shravaniya Satkataha
hearing about him is worthwhile.
The hearing about him is worthwhile 他是值得聆聽的
Tada,
Tada
at that time.
at that time 那時
Aha eva,
Aha eva
from the very day.
就從那一天
Aprati Buddha Cetasham,
Aprati Buddha Cetasam
of those whose minds are not sufficiently developed.
of those whose mind is not sufficiently developed 心智不夠成熟的人
Abhadra Hetu,
Abhadra Hetu
cause of all ill fortune.
cause of all misfortune 所有不幸嘅源頭
Kalihi,
Kalihi
Anbavartata,
Avatata
Kali fully manifested.
Kali fully manifest Kali 完全地展示
Translation and purport by His Divine Grace A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada Ki Jai. Translation. When the personality of Godhead, Lord Krishna, left this earthly planet in his self-same form, from that very day, Kali, who had already partially appeared, became fully manifest to create inauspicious conditions for those who are endowed with a poor fund of knowledge.
卡利影響只能施加在沒有完全恢復神意識嘅人身上，靠把自己完全置於人格守神嘅至高保護下，人可以免受卡利嘅影響。
Purport.
Your translation 就在人格守神主 Krishna 以他原本嘅形象離開地球嘅那一天，已經部分顯現嘅卡利便完全展示出來，為知識貧乏嘅人製造不吉祥嘅環境。
Purport. The influence of Kali can be enforced only upon those who are not fully developed in God consciousness. One can neutralize the effects of Kali by keeping oneself fully under the supreme care of the personality of Godhead. The age of Kali ensued just after the battle of Kurukshetra, but it could not exert its influence because of the presence of the Lord. The Lord, however, left this earthly planet in his own transcendental body, and as soon as he left, the symptoms of the Kali Yuga, as were envisioned by Maharaj Yudhishthira prior to Arjuna's arrival from Dwarka, began to manifest. And Maharaj Yudhishthira rightly conjectured on the departure of the Lord from the earth. As we have already explained, the Lord left our sight just as when the sun sets, it is out of our sight.
要指卡利嘅影響只能施加在沒有完全恢復神意識嘅人身上，靠把自己完全置於人格守神嘅至高保護下，人可以免受卡利嘅影響。卡利年代隨着 Kurukshetra 戰爭嘅結束接踵而至，但因為當時至尊主還在，所以沒能發揮他嘅影響力。可是至尊主本人一旦以他原本嘅超然身體離開這個地球，返回他自己嘅超然住所，卡利年代就開始發揮影響。在 Arjuna 還沒有從 Dwarka 回到家時， Yudhishthira 王就看到了卡利年代展現嘅徵象。根據那些徵象， Yudhishthira 王猜到至尊主離開了地球。正如我們已經解釋過的，至尊主隱跡意味着他離開了我們嘅視野，就像太陽落山離開我們嘅視野一樣。
Srila Prabhupada Ki
Jai.
So, this point of Krishna leaving his self-same body, self-same body, Prabhupada used the word.
咁咧喺度咧，Krishna 離開呢個地球咧，其實係用佢原本嘅呢個形象、呢個身體離開嘅。
That cannot be mentioned for us. It can be mentioned only for Krishna.
咁我哋係做唔到嘅，只係可以 Krishna 係咁樣做。
Because Krishna's body and he himself, the spirit, is one, whereas in our case it's different.
因為咧 Krishna 嘅身體同 Krishna 本人係一樣嘅，但係咧我哋就唔係。
So we know that Krishna's appearance and disappearance is very divine.
咁所以咧 Krishna 嘅顯現啦，同埋隱跡咧，都係非常之神聖嘅。
And Krishna himself recommends in Bhagavad Gita.
咁而 Krishna 咧，亦都自己咧喺《寶嘉梵歌》入邊講到。
Janma karma chame divyam. He says that by hearing about my birth and my activities, tyakta deva punarjanma neti etam. So Arjuna. He says you will not take birth.
咁咧 Krishna 喺《寶嘉梵歌》入邊咧親自講咧就話：如果你聆聽我嘅出生顯現啦，同埋我嘅逍遙時光咧，你就唔會再喺呢個世界度咧係再投生。
Because his birth, his activities, all are divine, all are spiritual.
因為咧Krishna 嘅顯現啦，同埋佢所有嘅逍遙時光咧，都係咧係靈性嘅、神聖嘅。
So hearing about them, we get attracted to them.
我哋去聆聽呢一啲嘅嘢咧，我哋就會被呢啲嘢所吸引。
Once we are attracted to them, then we want to hear them again.
咁如果我哋被呢啲嘢所吸引咧，我哋就想再去聆聽。
And then we sit with other like-minded people or devotees, and we all discuss that subject matter again.
咁如果我哋咁樣做嘅話呢，我哋呢就會從一啲有我哋相同興趣嘅人啦、奉獻者啦坐埋一齊呢，去再次去討論。
And many times we hear that these spiritual topics are ever fresh.
咁而我哋都聽過好多次啊，呢啲靈性嘅話題呢，係永遠呢都係上新嘅，永遠都係好吸引嘅。
But many times we have the attitude that now I'm sitting in a lecture and I want to hear something new.
咁我哋呢就會有一個，我哋就會有個態度就係我而家去上一堂課，我會呢聽一啲新鮮嘅嘢。
I have heard it all.
咁我呢其實聽過晒㗎啦。
And now I need some information, some pastime, something that I never heard.
咁有陣時呢，我哋就會聽課嘅時候呢，我就話呢啲我全部聽過㗎，我想呢聽一啲呢我從來未聽過、從來未接觸過嘅嘢。
But surprisingly, even if we hear the same pastime again and again, like for Narsinga Chaturdashi, Nityananda Trayodashi, and Gaur Purnima, Janmashtami, same topic. But every year it's refreshing and you can go deeper into it.
但係咧好神奇嘅就係每一年咧，我哋都會參加啲節日啦，就會聽一啲講課啦，譬如係 Śrimad 嘅顯現日啦、Nityananda 嘅顯現日啦、Janmashtami 啦等等等等，我哋咧都係聽重複又重複聽同一個逍遙時光，但係每一次咧我哋都覺得係新鮮嘅，每一次咧我哋都可以咧更加咧係深入咁樣去聆聽同埋去討論。
It's amazing. As devotees, we do same things over and over and over and over, again and again.
咁咧，作為奉獻者咧，一個好神奇嘅事情就係我哋咧會做不斷重複去做同一樣嘅嘢。
And if we are really sincere and serious, we can get more relish. We can relish more that same activity. Why? Because now we need to go deeper and deeper and deeper and deeper.
咁但係如果我哋係認真同埋真誠嘅話咧，就算我哋去重複咁樣做同一樣嘅活動啦，但係咧我哋咧每一次咧其實都可以品嚐到一啲新鮮嘅嘢啦，同埋都每一次咧都可以咧更加係一啲咁樣去更加深入啦去做呢一樣嘢。
That's why we can notice, we can observe that some devotees might hear something from the scriptures or read something and get totally immersed in that. And some devotees might hear and say, okay, yeah, it's good, it's fine.
咁所以咧奉獻者去聆聽經典嘅時候呢個反應好唔一樣。有啲奉獻者就佢會好感受到個內容咧有好多嘅覺悟啦，但係有啲奉獻者就覺得都係咁上下啦，冇乜特別。
But anyways, the idea is to hear about the Lord and His pastimes.
咁咧，但係最重要嘅就係咧，我哋要去聆聽至尊主同埋佢嘅逍遙時光。
And then the pastime of disappearance is very mystical.
咁但係至尊主嘅隱跡咧係非常之玄秘嘅。
If I'm not mistaken, in India there's actually a place which is
The rock.
like a holy place or somewhere that they say that this is where Krishna passed away, right?
咁咧喺印度甚至係有個地方咧，佢哋就會話呢個係一個聖地嚟㗎，呢個咧就係 Krishna 隱跡離開地球嘅地方。
And some people really believe that Krishna died over there.
咁有好多人咧，甚至係佢真係相信咧 Krishna 咧喺嗰度咧係死咗。
So His Holiness Bhakti Charu Swami explains that he's doing these pastimes, one, so the faith of the devotees can increase and they can understand this mystical subject, and the disbelief of the non-devotees can increase also by thinking, hey, see, like human being, Krishna also died.
咁所以咧Bhakti Charu Maharaj 咧，佢曾經講過一個即係評住呢一樣嘢咧，就係話咧 Krishna 嘅隱跡咧就係可以令到咧增加奉獻者對 Krishna 嘅信念，同時咧亦都可以咧對一啲非奉獻者唔相信呢個Krishna 嘅人咧，會令到佢哋嘅唔相信嘅程度咧亦都會增加。
So a devotee, that's why I understand when Srila Prabhupada writes, self-same body, that is Krishna's energy.
所以咧聖Papa喺度講咧就係Krishna 離開嘅時候咧係同樣嘅原本嘅形象，亦都係同樣嘅能量。
Srila Prabhupada gave a lecture on this same verse and he talks about Krishna's different energies.
咁咧，聖帕巴亦都係咧，同一個師節咧，佢講嗰一堂課啦，佢咧就提到咧 Krishna 唔同嘅能量。
Just like the sun is present in one part of the universe.
就好似咧太陽咧喺呢個宇宙嘅某一個地方咧係出現。
But it's sustaining, it's maintaining, giving life to the whole creation just by being in one part, spreading its light and heat.
咁咧，太陽雖然係喺宇宙嘅一個地方啦，但係咧佢嘅光芒咧同埋佢嘅熱咧係會傳遍整個嘅宇宙。
This light and heat is so important for the trees.
咁呢啲光同埋啲熱咧，對所有植物啦、樹木咧係非常之重要。
For the animals, for humans, for all living entities.
咁亦都對所有動物啦、人類啦，對所有嘅生物體咧都係非常之重要。
Have anybody been to a rainforest?
有冇人咧去過熱帶雨林咧
Have you been? Yeah. Have you noticed that trees are very, very tall?
？Yeah， 咁咧喺熱帶雨林入邊咧，啲樹木咧係非常之高，係好高嘅。
And you know why, right?
咁大家知唔知點解咧 ？They want to absorb the light.
Yes. So what happens? They compete with each other.
咁咧就係喺呢個熱帶雨林入邊咧，啲樹係長得非常之高，因為佢哋咧要同互相即係啲樹咧之間咧係有個競爭喺度咧，去吸收呢個陽光。
And what happens when they exceed their limit?
咁咧如果我哋超過咗佢哋嘅極限，咁佢會點咧？
They die or they fall down. They can't handle it, but they want the sunshine to, subsist. They want that.
咁因為我哋想得到呢一個陽光啊，於是佢哋會不斷長高啦，去到一點咧就超過佢哋嘅極限，佢哋咧就會跌低或者死。
So sun is somewhere millions of miles far, but with the energy of the heat and light, it's maintaining everything, all living entities.
咁咧太陽雖然離我哋咧係千百萬里咁遠啦，但佢嘅光同埋熱咧係維係住所有嘅生物體，維係住我哋。
In the same way, Lord Krishna is maintaining all of us through his energies, through his potencies.
咁咧同樣地咧 ，Krishna 通過佢嘅能量咧，亦都係維係住我哋。
So three main energies are the marginal energy, the internal energy, the external energy.
咁 Krishna 有三種主要嘅能量啦，有呢個邊際能量啦、內在能量同埋外在能量。
And Krishna is doing so many things or manifestations through these energies.
咁而咧 Krishna 亦都通過呢啲能量咧，係做咗好多嘅展示。
But this has to be understood by the person who is ready to receive the knowledge.
咁但係咧，只有一個人咧係準備好去接受啲知識咧，佢先呢個人咧先會明白呢啲知識。
Like in the last line, Srila Prabhupada says,
就好似之前個係嘅課咧，聖帕帕咁樣講。
that Kali has appeared or fully manifested to create inauspicious conditions for those who are endowed with a poor fund of knowledge.
咁咧就係卡利咧係對嗰啲咧係知識貧乏嘅人咧，就係完全咧展示佢嘅徵象。
So it's showing that knowledge is so important.
咁亦都話俾我哋聽咧，知識係非常之重要。
And ignorance is so harmful.
而愚昧咧係會帶嚟好大嘅傷害。
We are ignorant. We are born ignorant, and we are ignorant about so many things during our life as well.
咁我哋咧係出生嘅時候就充滿咗愚昧啦，而喺我哋人生入邊咧，亦都好多嘢咧，亦都係充滿咗愚昧。
That's why when they asked one successful person that if you can go back, what is one thing that you will stress upon or you will do?
咁所以咧有一次有個人咧就問一個好成功嘅人士啦，如果你可以將時間翻轉頭，你有啲咩咧係想做重新再做嘅？
The person said, I will hear more. I will try to hear, listen.
咁呢個成功人就話啦，我會咧係嘗試去聆聽多啲。
Because that is one way of getting knowledge.
因為呢個咧係得到知識嘅一個好好嘅方法。
We have Anuman Praman, Prataksha Praman, and Shabda Praman, right? Anuman is mind. With the mind we speculate, we analyze, we try to figure out something.
咁我哋有三種嘅思考方法啦。第一種咧就係我哋會去推敲啦，去分析啦，去一啲嘅事物。
Not necessarily is right always. Not necessarily that it is
咁
correct
但係並
always.
唔係每一次咧，我哋得到正確嘅知識。
Or Pratyaksha Praman. Aksha means eyes. From eyes we try to see and we try to take out some meaning out of what we are seeing.
咁第二種方法就係我哋通過我嘅眼睛啦，我哋睇到啲嘢啦，我哋通過我哋嘅視力咧，我哋睇到嘅嘢咧就係去咧係得到一啲嘅知識、一啲資料。
So these are different manners or ways to acquire knowledge, but the deeper is Shabda Praman.
咁但係呢啲都係一啲我哋去得到知識嘅方法啦，就係更加高階就係 Shabda Praman。
Like we had such a wonderful festival 2 days back.
就好似2日前我哋有個非常之漂亮、一個非常之美妙嘅一個嘅節日。
So people came and they were dancing, they were getting books, they were getting prasad. It was a whole bhakti atmosphere.
咁咧就係好多參加者啦嚟到啦，去表演啦，去跳舞啦，佢哋得到書啦，得到prasadam 啦，咁咧係一個非常充滿咗奉愛嘅一個嘅氛圍。
So usually it happens that when people are coming, they are curious, they see what we are doing. Some people notice that okay, these people are on a different frequency.
咁咧就好多時就係有啲人好奇啦，我哋見到啲嘢喎，於是佢就嚟睇下啦。咁就發覺呢啲人咧同佢哋嘅磁場好似唔一樣嘅。
Or some people might think these are just sentimentalists.
或者有啲人咧就會覺得呢啲人咧其實係啲感情用事嘅人。
Or some might be curious to know, oh, Bhagavad Gita, I've heard about it. It's a very ancient text. And they say they follow that. Let me see what it says.
咁有啲人咧就話我聽過博家梵歌喎，一個好古老嘅一個嘅文獻啦。咁呢啲人話佢哋跟從博家梵歌入邊嘅教導，好啦，就等我去睇下究竟呢啲人係做咩嘅。
So we have tried different versions of truth in our life, different ways to live in our life. But then, if we are open-minded, then we can take a book or take some association and read or understand some subject matter and see, okay, this has worked for these people. Let me try if it works for me.
咁如果係一個思想開放嘅人咧，就話呢啲人佢哋接受咗呢啲知識，用呢種方法嚟到係去生活嘅。咁我都有我自己生活嘅方法，但係我都想咧有興趣去睇下究竟呢啲人佢哋用呢啲知識嚟到生活究竟係點樣咧，就去認識下。
And the initial practice of Krishna consciousness does give immediate relief.
咁但開始去收集 Krishna 知覺嘅時候咧，會帶俾我哋好快咧就會帶俾我哋一啲立刻嘅一啲嘅幫助。
If immediately we didn't feel a connection or a result from what we did in the initial days, we wouldn't be here.
咁如果我哋開始收集嘅時候，我哋感覺唔到呢個嘅聯繫，感覺唔到一啲嘅幫到我哋嘅嘢咧，我哋就唔會繼續留低喺度。
We did feel peaceful, or we did feel happy, or we felt connected. Something was there that made us feel, you know what? Let me try again. Let me go again. Let me meet again. Let me read again. Let me chant. Something clicked. Something happened that we thought, okay, this is a different experience. Let me try again.
咁咧，一定你係感受到啲唔同嘅嘢，譬如你會覺得有啲開心啦，有啲平靜啦，有啲快樂啦。咁於是我咧就好想咧就再去聆聽啦，再去閱讀啦，再去念誦啦等等。
So we can compare this to our lives in the sense that if we have, like some people have pain in the body and they just disregard the pain of the body.
咁我哋可以睇翻自己啦。有啲人咧可能佢哋感受一啲痛啊，身體嘅痛楚，咁我咧就唔理佢。
So we can compare that to deep ignorance because you have pain and you are limping or you have pain somewhere in the body but you're just neglecting. We can compare that to deep ignorance.
咁你呢啲可以咧係比喻為一啲咧係好深層嘅一啲愚昧，譬如我哋身體上面有啲我哋嘅手、我哋嘅腳有啲痛啦，但我哋咧就唔理佢，就由得佢，唔理佢。
Actually, that really happened in Panama to someone.
咁即係我真係發覺喺巴拿馬咧係有啲人係咁樣嘅。
I got a call and they told me, you know, our friend so and so, he's in the hospital. He got a massive heart attack, and you know this is very serious and all that. So we rushed to the hospital and we tried to help in whatever way. Then when he was recuperating, we asked like, you didn't know about this? You had any symptoms? You did any checkup?
咁咧就喺巴拿馬有個朋友啦，咁佢咧就突然之間入咗醫院啦，因為好嚴重嘅心臟病發，咁啊入咗醫院啦，就跟住就好啲嘅時候咧，我哋去探佢啦，跟住我哋就問佢其實你有冇症狀㗎？你有冇之前有咩唔舒服啊？等等。
Weren't you doing any exercise?
咁你有冇做運動㗎？
He said, yes, I used to walk daily until I realized that whenever I walk, my heart starts paining.
咁跟住呢個人就回答啦，係啊，我日日都有運動，我有行㗎。咁但係咧當我發覺我一行嘅時候，我個心口好痛咧，我就冇再做啦。
So his chest was paining. Every time he would walk, his chest was paining.
咁即係話咧，佢每一次行路咧，佢就會有心口痛。
So I said, isn't that serious? Isn't that a symptom of something? Shouldn't you like go and tell the doctor what's happening? He said, no, I thought I should stop walking so my chest will stop paining.
咁咧，跟住prabhu就問啦呢個人啦，你唔覺得呢個如果你一行路就個心口痛係一個好嚴重嘅問題咩？你唔係應該睇醫生咩？跟住嗰人就回答啦，唔係喎，我唔係咁諗喎，我覺得咧，只要我唔行，咁咪唔痛咯，咁我咪唔需要理佢咯。
And then he told his wife, and his wife was like, go to the doctor, go to the doctor. But then, being human, we are like that until it doesn't come to the verge of death. Sometimes you are like, okay, tomorrow, that tomorrow never comes.
咁咧，跟住佢就同佢太太講話唔舒服啦，跟住太太就催佢，你快啲去睇醫生啦。咁但係咧，我哋每一日咧就即係都會有個藉口嘅，就話唔使嘅，遲啲啦，聽日啦，但係聽日咧永遠都唔會到啦，即係唔會來臨嘅。
So deep ignorance is we have pain and we neglect.
咁呢啲係一啲好深層嘅愚昧啦，我哋有痛楚，但我哋咧係選擇咧係唔理佢。
Little better is we tell someone and that person helps us.
咁如果好少少咧就話我哋有將我哋唔舒服話俾其他人聽，咁呢個其他人佢嘅朋友咧就會去幫佢。
More better is we take up the responsibility and do a checkup.
咁咧更加好咧就係我哋咧係負翻起呢個責任，我哋去做呢個檢查。
And then we get painkillers.
於是咧我就得到一啲止痛藥。
But that doesn't solve the problem.
但係咧咁樣解決唔到問題喎。
But then we do therapy.
咁跟住咧我哋就話好啦，去做啲治療啦。
And then after a prolonged period of time, maybe we are cured.
咁可能咧經過一個好漫長嘅時間咧，你就可以咧醫好你嘅病啦。
So in the same way, we don't realize our ignorance in this world, but somehow by the mercy of the spiritual master, mercy of the devotees, we are shown that there is light in this world existing in the form of spirituality, and you can add that light in your life.
咁咧，我哋咧喺處於一個好漫長嘅愚昧當中啦，直至咧我哋咧係能夠揾到呢啲知識啦，我哋通過靈性導師啦，通過奉獻者嘅仁慈啦，我哋終於咧揾到咧呢一個嘅光明。
And then we compare to our stressful life, depressed life, or struggling life with spirituality, and we see the disparity between them, the difference between them.
咁樣我哋會比較翻我哋之前嘅人生啦，係好沮喪啦，好痛苦啦。咁同埋呢個靈性嘅生活咧，就係一個好強烈嘅對比。
And then we get painkillers in the form of Sunday feast, festivals, Jagannath Darshan, and Rath Yatra, and Janmashtami. 咁
我哋嘅止痛藥咧就係好多嘅節日啦，我哋見到神像啦，彈車節啦，啲好開心嘅一啲嘅日子。
And then the devotees tell us, enough of painkillers, now do a therapy, daily therapy. The devotees teach us, this is your therapy every day, come on, exercise.
咁我哋咧食得太多止痛藥啦，咁我哋咧跟住就有奉獻咧同你講啦，你唔單止要食止痛藥喎，你要做啲治療喎。咁我哋每日嘅治療咧就去念誦我哋嘅念誦呢個聖名。
Now this therapy includes so many things which includes chanting, reading, taking darshan, offering service, serving the Vaishnavas, taking prasad, and so on and so forth. So many limbs.
咁呢啲嘅治療咧非常之好多樣嘅，我哋念誦啦，我哋閱讀啦、聆聽啦，我哋緊見神像啦，我哋榮耀祭餘啦等等。
So by this process we are saved, and from ignorance we actually come to light, we come to knowledge.
咁咧通過呢一啲嘅治療啦，一啲方法咧，我哋咧就由愚昧咧走向咧呢一個嘅光明，呢個知識。
A person with knowledge behaves very differently because he knows better.
奉獻者咧係好同其他人係好唔同嘅，因為我哋咧知道多啲嘢。
That person doesn't have to restrain himself or herself or force themselves to, Of course, yes, this material world is such that we have to force ourselves, we have to get ahead of our mind, but with knowledge, with that instrument, it makes a lot of difference.
咁樣雖然咧喺物質世界我哋都要逼自己去做一啲嘢嘅，咁但係咧 當我哋有知識嘅時候咧，個分別咧就會好大。
There's one nice explanation about ignorance.
咁一個咁咧呢個愚昧咧有個非常之好嘅解釋。
His Holiness Devamrit Swami shares.
咁咧就係 Devamrit Maharaj 同我哋分享嘅。
He says, for us to get activated with our material desires, the first thing that happens to us is avidya. Avidya means not having knowledge.
咁咧，我哋喺呢一個物質，我哋嘅慾望，我哋激活我哋呢啲嘅物質慾望咧，第一樣嘢咧就係咧 avidya， 就係咧呢個愚昧，即係冇呢個知識。
Or means being in ignorance.
咁即係話咧，處於愚昧當中。
So the cloud of ignorance is there. And then our desires from our heart start erupting.
咁我哋被呢一個愚昧嘅呢個雲覆蓋啦。咁我哋內心嘅呢一啲嘅物質慾望咧，就開始咧係產生啦，開始增強。
This material life starts with avidya, with ignorance.
我哋嘅物質生活咧就係由呢一個 avidya 呢個愚昧開始。
And because we don't know right from wrong, we don't know what has to be done, what not has to be done, what we do, as per our desires, our sentiments, our emotions, we start doing the actions. We start desiring and working on them. We start executing those desires.
因為我哋唔知道咩係啱，咩係錯，邊啲嘢我哋應該做，邊啲嘢我哋唔應該做。於是我哋就會根據我哋嘅慾望咧，係去做，即係去做一啲嘅活動，就係去滿足我哋嘅慾望。
And as we do that, we start getting entangled in this material world.
咁當我哋咁樣做嘅時候咧，我哋就會咧係糾纏咗喺呢個物質世界當中。
Because we do karma and then we get reaction and then we do karma and then we get entangled in that.
咁因為我哋做好多活動咯，我哋得到好多嘅業報，於是咧不斷咁循環，就係糾纏係喺呢個物質世界。
And this is from the first canto of Śrimad Bhagāvatam.
呢個咧亦都係由《Bhagāvatam》嘅第一篇嗰度嚟嘅。
Where Queen Kunti, she's saying this.
咁咧呢個咧係昆池皇后所講嘅嘢。
She's saying, and yet others say that you appeared for the sake of rejuvenating the devotional service of hearing, remembering, worshipping, and so on, in order that the conditioned soul suffering from material pangs might take advantage and gain liberation. So that means the Lord came in this world, so the devotional service can start, and the conditioned souls, they can get relief from the suffering.
咁咧就係當至尊主嚟到呢個世界咧，令到我哋可以從事呢個嘅奉愛服務咯，而都係通過一樣嘢咧，就係咧我哋可以就去減低減少咧啲清除咧係生物體嘅痛苦。
Srila Prabhupada says in the purport, unfortunately, the illusion living beings, out of misunderstanding only, become servants of the senses by material desire. This desire is called avidya or nescience. And out of such illegitimate desire, the living being makes different plans for material enjoyment centered about a perverted sex life. He therefore becomes entangled in the chain of birth and death by transmigrating into different bodies on different planets under the direction of the Supreme Lord. Unless, therefore, one is beyond the boundary of the nescience, one cannot get free from the threefold miseries of material life. That is the law of nature. So that same point, that one is in ignorance, one does activities without considering they are good or no, and gets trapped in this ignorance nescience.
咁個意思就係一樣啦，就係當我哋冇呢個知識嘅時候，我哋就做啲我哋唔應該做嘅嘢啦。咁於是但係有啲唔好嘅業報，於是我哋就被捆綁喺呢個物質世界當中。
And then Prabhupada says, however, the Lord is more merciful than the living entities think He is. He is very merciful.
咁但係咧，至尊主咧係比生物體諗至尊主咧係更加仁慈嘅。
Why is merciful? Because He has brought devotional service to us.
因為點解至尊主係更加仁慈咧？就係因為咧，佢帶俾我哋呢個奉愛服務。
So that, like Chaitanya Mahaprabhu explained to us, that by chanting, by hearing, by glorifying the Lord, we can start coming out of the clutches of this network.
咁即係話通過咧聆聽啦、念誦啦等等咧，我哋就可以咧脫離呢一個開始咧係脫離呢個物質嘅控制。
So that's why when this knowledge is not there, we become victims of this atmosphere of Kali, this age of
咁所
Kali.
以咧，當我哋呢一啲知識係唔我哋冇呢啲知識嘅話咧，我哋就成為咧係卡尼嘅受害者。
And we know the mercy for this age is Kali Kale Nama Rupa Krishna Avatar. The holy name of the Lord is so potent that it can open the doors of liberation. It can help us tread on that path of spirituality.
咁但係我哋知道咧，我喺呢個年代都有一個好仁慈嘅地方咧，就係呢個聖名啦，就會咧開啟呢一個嘅奉愛嘅門啦，令到我哋咧可以得到呢個解脫。
So, coming to the earlier point of people getting confused that they're like, hey, how is it possible that Krishna is born in a prison? At least he should have been born in a nursing home in Vrindavan or Mathura, right?
咁有啲人咧就會覺得好迷茫啊，點解咧 Krishna 會喺呢一個監獄入邊咧所謂嘅出生啦？係咪最少咧 Krishna 都應該喺醫院啊，或者喺一啲好啲嘅地喺 Vrindavan 個好啲嘅地方嗰度出世嘅咧？
Even we ordinary souls are not born in the prison. We are born at least in a hospital, nursing home, or by a caretaker, whoever. But
咁就算係我哋普通嘅人啦，都會唔係喺一個監獄度出世啦，我哋會喺可能係醫院啊，或者一個診所啊，有人照顧嘅地方度出世。
but Krishna takes his birth according to his own sweet will.
咁但係咧 Krishna 根據自己甜美嘅願望咧嚟到係顯現。
Because he's a janma, he doesn't take birth, but he appears out of his will.
因為佢並唔係好似我哋咁樣出生啦，而係咧佢係用根據佢自己嘅意願嚟到顯現。
So the fact that we have so many scriptures, the fact that Gauranitai came with their associates is because they were worried and they know that Kali Yuga is a place where everybody needs that treatment.
咁所以點解書師居差我哋有書師居差啦，我哋有好多經典啦，就因為咧佢哋好仁慈啦，佢知道咧喺卡利年代咧，我哋需要呢一啲嘅治療。
Even Narad Muni rushed to Krishna, said, Krishna, what will happen in Kali Yuga? Please appear. Please help. So he said, all right, I will take form as Chaitanya Mahaprabhu and come.
連 Narada Muni 咧都懇求至尊主，哎呀點算啊？卡利年代嚟到啦，生物點算啊？咁樣跟住至尊主就話：哦好啦，我就會喺卡利年代以主宰他人媽巴布嘅身份形象嚟到顯現。
We know the merciful pastime of Lord Krishna transforming into Lord Jagannath.
咁我哋都聽過咧，主 Krishna 咧係好仁慈咁樣係以主 Jagannath 嘅形象嚟到顯現。
Krishna, Balaram and Subhadra hearing the pastimes of Vrindavan.
因為咧當時咧係 Krishna 啦、巴拉爹同埋 Subhadra 咧，佢哋三兄妹咧就喺度聆聽緊 Vrindavan 嘅好甜美嘅逍遙時光。
And their separation is so deep, their love is so deep with the gopis, with their parents, with everybody, all the residents of Vrindavan.
咁而佢哋咧同Vrindavan 嘅佢哋嘅父母啦，佢哋嘅親朋戚友啦，嗰個分離咧實在太深啦，所以咧佢哋係個感受非常之大嘅感受。
That they cannot help but their body is transformed out of ecstasy.
所以佢哋咧冇辦法控制自己，佢哋嘅身體咧就係出現呢個狂喜嘅呢個嘅變化。
Their eyes become so dilated, so big, their limbs become short, their smile becomes broad.
佢哋嘅眼睛變得好大啦，佢哋嘅手腳係變得好短啦，跟住佢哋係一個好大好大嘅微笑。
And we took darshan of Lord Jagannath on Monday in Ocean Front.
咁我哋咧係喺禮拜一咧嗰日咧就係喺海邊啦，我哋緊見到神像。
So merciful that he can be taken anywhere outside the temple and come on everyone, Jagannath is here, and everybody was so moved. They were like, wow, Jagannath, I can offer land.
咁咧主 Jagannath 咧就太仁慈啦，佢可以去到任何一個地方啦，係俾所有人咧都係緊見到佢哋。得到佢嘅仁慈。
And Narad Muni approached that form and said, my dear Lord, we need this for Kali Yuga, we need this. You are so merciful right now. We need this mercy for everyone, to shower on everyone.
咁所以咧，Narada Muni 就見到主呢個形象嘅時候，就同佢講：喺家年代咧，每一個人咧都需要呢一個形象，需要呢一種嘅仁慈。
And Lord Krishna accepted. And the whole pastime was made how Jagannath can appear in this world.
咁所以咧 Krishna 就接受咗呢個建議啦，於是咧就係有成個逍遙時光咧，令到咧係主 Jagannath 喺呢個世界顯現。
And with Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's actively participating in Rath Yatra, so many manifested so many pastimes.
咁咧主一單亦都係參加咗呢一個嘅彈車節啦，亦都有好多好多嘅逍遙時光。
We recently had our Jagannath Rath Yatra in Panama,
咁我哋咧啱啱都喺巴拿馬咧舉行咗我哋嘅彈車節。
and we always reminded how Jagannath followed Srila Prabhupada.
咁 follow
Srila Prabhupada.
Jagannath。
Jagannath followed Srila Prabhupada because Prabhupada came to the west,
Yeah.
then Jagannath came to the west
OK
also.
OK，
so
咁
followed.
啊，我哋話咧主 Jagannath 咧係亦都跟隨住聖帕巴嘅腳步。咁聖帕巴去到西方，於是主 Jagannath 咧都去到西方。
Oh, came behind Prabhupada.
咁咧就係跟住聖帕巴咧去到全世界。
It was amazing pastime how they discovered Jagannath Baladev Subhadra in a shop and you know,
咁
it's
咧就係
amazing.
奉獻者最開始嘅時候咧，點樣係發現到主 Jagannath 喺間商店嗰度點樣發現到主 Jagannath 咧，都係一個非常之美妙嘅逍遙時光。
And the meaning of Jagannath really manifested then because he was in India always and now he's in Jagat and so many hundreds of countries are celebrating Rath Yatra. So Jagannath, you know, has been proved as Jagannath through Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, through
咁咧
Srila Prabhupada.
而 Jagannath 咧亦都係因為就正如佢個名咧，去到全世界，即係證明咗佢其實係一個可以去到任何一個地方，去到全世界嘅呢個至尊主。
We were sharing some realizations of the service of Rath Yatra in Panama, and we realized that working together as a team between devotees brings out wonderful results.
咁樣我哋喺巴拿馬嘅談車節，你都有啲奉獻者之間啲分享咧，就係、如果奉獻者之間咧係作為一個團隊一齊合作咧去做呢個服務咧，就會帶出一啲非常之美妙嘅結果。
But the process itself of serving together with devotees is quite rough.
咁咧，但係咧，奉獻者一齊互相即係一齊去做服務咧，其實當中咧亦都會有啲摩擦。
On one hand,
咁一方面就係會係咁樣啦。
because we want people to hear us, we want to be heard, so we are like, I think this is right, and as soon as I'm opposed by someone with a better idea, I feel little small and my ego is like hurt. So I feel like, why did that happen to me?
因為我哋成日都覺得我講嘅嘢係最好嘅，我哋想去服務。咁但係當我哋聽到另外啲奉獻者有啲更加好嘅意見嘅時候咧，我就覺得我哋嘅自我咧好似被即係受損啊！咁點解會咁樣嘅咧？
But keeping that goal in front of us, that you know what, we're going to do this for Jagannath. We're going to do this for Rath Yatra. We're going to do this big and better every year to please Srila Prabhupada, the Vaishnavas, and the Lord. So let's do it. No problem. No problem. There's, you know, rough and tough and no problem. Let's go. Let's keep on. Keep
咁
on.
但係咧，我哋最重要就有個目標啦，就係要去取悅聖巴帕啦，去取悅主 Jagannath 啦，要搞好呢個彈車節啦。咁如果我哋嘅目標係一致嘅，係大家係堅定嘅，咁我哋就會喺一齊去合作啊！我哋每一年嘅彈車節都會做得更加好，要更加多嘅人可以認識。
So that's happening on one hand. On the other hand, simultaneously, Krishna is giving nice ideas. He's sending nice devotees to help us and make the team bigger and bigger. And this time, it was so miraculous that devotees were like, okay, I've taken free for the whole week of Rath Yatra. I've taken free for 3 days. I'm free for 4 days. Engage me. I was like, this is what I want. I want help and here it is coming.
咁所以咧，一方面雖然我哋有摩擦啦，但係另一方面咧，至尊主亦都會咧係好仁慈咁樣咧，係會幫我哋嘅，會俾一啲更加好嘅意見俾我哋啦。咁亦都咧，突然之間就會好多奉獻者就會出現啦，就話我今個星期攞咗一個星期假，我嚟幫手；我攞3日假，可以嚟幫手，就會不斷有人嚟幫手，亦都係呢個正正就係我哋需要嘅嘢。
We had 25 international invited devotees.
咁我哋咧有25個咧係喺全世界唔同嘅地方邀請嚟嘅奉獻者。
And other 25 devotees international who invited themselves.
They themselves come.
Invited, yeah,
咁
themselves.
咧亦都有25個咧係全世界嚟嘅奉獻者，佢哋自己嚟嘅。
So apart from our devotee community and the people, we have to take care of 50 international guests, arrange everything for them, the accommodation, the
咁所以咧，
prasad, the transport,
除咗我
everything.
哋即係本身嘅奉獻者之外咧，我哋有50個嚟自全世界嘅奉獻者啦。咁我哋咧要安排佢哋嘅住宿啦、交通啦、prasad 啦等等各式各樣嘅嘢。
But because Vaishnav Seva was the priority, let everybody who's here be happy. Let all the devotees be happy. everything was very successful.
咁但係咧，因為呢個為奉獻者服務呢一個咧係最重要嘅一個嘅方向啦。咁所以咧，我哋要令到每一個奉獻者都要開心嘅。咁所以咧，所有結果咧個節日咧係非常之成功。
It was very successful. We had more people than before. In our Panama Rath Yatra, we have 90% guests and 10% devotees.
咁咧喺巴拿馬嘅檀香節咧，我哋今年係非常之成功啦！我哋有超過咧90% 嘅參與者咧係公眾人士嚟嘅，只有10% 咧係奉獻者。
And from the 90%, 80% of the people are new.
咁而喺呢90% 入邊咧，有80% 咧都係新嘅人嚟嘅。
So we had free prasadam for thousands of them, and then different stalls and booths, and everything was marvelous by Jagannath's mercy.
咁通過主 Jagannath 嘅仁慈啦，咁我哋派發咗好多嘅prasadam 啦，好多唔同嘅攤位啦，俾佢哋接觸到。
We were all on the main media, social media platforms, and even the government sent their social media team to record everything and make reels for the Rath Yatra.
咁亦都有好多嘅傳媒嚟到啦甚至政府咧都派出佢哋嘅傳媒嚟到係去採訪我哋。
With the help from the Indian Embassy and other departments, Jagannath's mercy it went beyond.
我哋亦都有通過係印度領事館佢哋嘅幫助啦，咁亦都係得到主 Jagannath 嘅仁慈啦，咁所以咧可以將呢個信息咧係傳播開去。
Thank you very much for your patience. Thank you for hearing. Thank you for coming. Śrimad Bhagāvatam ki
Jai.
Srila Prabhupada ki
Jai.
Shri Gaur Nitai Bhagwan ki Jai.
Jai.
Any questions, comments?
有冇問題或者分享？
有問題或冇問題？冇問題啊？有問題啊？冇問題啊？Prabhu, where are you from? I'm inquisitive.
Radha Krishna Babu from Houston. Radha Krishna Babu from Houston. Houston.
From Houston?
Yeah.
Your name?
Radha Krishna
Radha
Babu.
Krishna Prabhu. Okay,
Yeah.
nice. Nice to see you, Prabhu. Sorry, you're sitting there, I'm sitting here. You should be sitting here, I should be sitting there. You've been in Hong Kong since how long now?
Oh, how long?
Few weeks.
Few weeks now.
So, no, I'll be here for a few more.
Oh, you will be here for a few more weeks.
He's coming every year almost.
Wow.
Yeah,
So
he's
nice.
the disciple of Tamokrishna Goswami.
I thought so.
He's secretary, and he always come to Hong Kong.
Wow.
Yeah, to
I
teach
thought
us.
So nice. I'm not far. Panama is not far from Houston.
Not far.
Yeah. We are not that far from Texas. Yeah. Nice. Jai. Srila Prabhupada ki Jai. Okay.